What it do, YouTube? MJM for Life here, back again, bringing you another Gen 6 Wi-Fi battle. This time is against Chodders from Smogan, I believe. So, yeah, let's get into the battle. His team, if you saw his team, it was very, very bulky. A lot of big, powerful walls to get around. So this is going to be a long battle. So he leads off with Talent Flame. I've left off with Glass Corpse. I figured it would do well against most of his walls. So I went straight for the Toxic, expecting him to want to set a bulk up or something, but he U-turned out, so that got me thinking that it might be like choiced in some way. So he always goes on the Skarmory. I have the taunt, so I know Skarmory can't touch me. So now he's forced to switch out, and I'm going to go for the Toxic again on the switch, predicting him to switch into something that's not a Steel. Actually, I went for Earthquake, predicting him to switch into something that can be hit by Earthquake. I kind of predicted him to go into Tentacruel there, but he went into Ferrothorn. Not really sure why, because Ferrothorn can't do anything to me. Now here I should have gone for the Earthquake again, but I think I went for Toxic, but he went for Gengar anyway, so it didn't really matter what I went for at that point. So now I'm forced to switch out. I don't want to get trapped by Mega Gengar, since Gengar is his only potential Mega, so it's only this is going to be his only Mega. So this is obviously his Mega, so he's going to go for the Shadow Ball. Does nothing because I'm Goodra with the Assault Vest. Now he's going to go to his Ferrothorn. It didn't matter. I really want him to go into Skarmory because as long as Skarmory's around, my Mega Pinsir is completely useless, but he goes into Ferrothorn and it just dies to a Fire Blast. Those crits didn't matter. That's the thing about my crits. When I get crits, they don't matter whatsoever. So now he's going to go into a Salamence. I don't know what type of Salamence this is, so I really don't want to switch into my Florges just in case it has like Iron Tail or something like that. So I'm going to go into my Gliscor. I think that's a much better switch, as he's going to go for Stone Edge and then switch out immediately. And then I'm going to double switch here. Now I wanted to double switch into Goodra, but I felt like Aegislash was a much better like in between switch, because I felt like he was gonna go into Tentacruel, but I should have double switched into either my Goodra or my Pinsir there. But now he goes and gets up his Toxic Spikes, which is a bit of annoying. So I kind of really wanted to prevent the Toxic Spikes, because actually Toxic Spikes is really the only entry hazard that really hurts my team. But he gets both layers up, then switches into his Skarmory to start getting up his spikes, because he knows Ferrothorn can't do anything to his Skarmory. And also another thing I should have done was I should have just stayed in and just Shadow Clawed the Tentacruel, because people don't expect Aegislash to carry the Shadow Claw, because I run Shadow Claw over King Shield, because everybody expects the King Shield, so they'll play as if you have King Shield. So then they'll make some weird moves that seem weird to you because they're expecting you to have King Shield, and since I don't, I take advantage of the possibility of King Shield without actually having it. So it's a nice little mind game that Aegislash can play with the opponent. So now he's going to switch into Tentacruel after I switched my Gliscor in on Skarmory. Predicted the Tentacruel really nicely there, so got some big damage off on it. Now I'm going to Earthquake again, as he's going to go into his Mega Gengar. Again, this is another instance where I wanted to double switch, but I wanted to be safe just in case he stayed in and tried to scald me or something, trying to test the speeds. I wanted to just kill that Tentacruel, get that thing out of here. So now I'm going to go into my Goodra, as it gets poisoned with the Toxic Spikes and Shadow Balls me, and he gets a Special Defense drop. So that it doesn't really matter too much, because my Special Defense is actually just normal now, because the Assault Vest already boosted my Special Defense up. So now he's going to Mega up into his Mega Gengar just to make sure that he takes me down. And I honestly think I could have taken 2 Mega Gengar Shadow Balls had he not gotten the Special Defense drop. So I guess it does matter, it's just slightly. But he's going to be able to take down my Goodra, unfortunately. But it's fine, because now I'm going to go to Aegislash, and I really wanted to go for Swords Dance, but I just felt like it was too risky. Although at this point I know that he's a much safer player, so the Skarmory switch is obvious. He's not really making too many predictions, so I should have really gone for the Shadow Claw or the Swords Dance. But here I was like, well, I figured, hey, I'll just go for Shadow Sneak. If he switches in Skarmory, he'll probably want to go for Spikes, so I can go for Swords Dance and then start throwing out +2 Shadow Claws. But he predicts the Sword Dance really nicely, goes for the Roar, and roars me out to Ferrothorn of all things, so I can't really do anything to the Skarmory. So, but I think here he switched out into Tentacruel, expecting me to switch out into something else, or maybe he just expected Elite Seed. So I mean, he does have the Liquid Ooze ability, so I guess what he wanted to do here, probably more than likely, instead of predicting something that I would switch into, is to get off a Rapid Spin. But he forgot, or I guess he didn't know, that if you Rapid Spin and you die, it doesn't actually work. Now I knew this, but I wasn't sure if whether or not they changed the mechanic, so I went for Stealth Rock just in case, and it turns out that they didn't change the mechanic. So yeah, if you die while Rapid Spinning, it doesn't work. Now here's a crucial play in the game. He goes for Focus Blast with his Mega Gengar and misses, and I'm able to take out his Mega Gengar. Now I don't honestly believe that miss mattered, because honestly all Ferrothorn really was useful for was just making sure that at the end of the game his Skarmory didn't just, that made the game, made it so that I didn't have to PP stall his Skarmory, because also, I mean, it got some big damage off on this on this Talonflame, I guess, but I mean, my Gliscor could have taken it. I also have 2 priority users, so Talonflame really wasn't a threat, especially after getting absolutely destroyed by Stealth Rocks. Now he's going to go into a Salamence, and I'm going to switch out and go into my Florges, and my Florges is actually bold, and you'll see why I actually have bold over a plus special defense nature right now, as he's going to go for the Earthquake, and after Spikes, I'm able to take 2 Earthquakes coming from Salamence, and then I'm going to be able, it looks like he can take me out, but I looked at the damage, and I am going to be able to live another one, so now I can just Moonblast and kill his Salamence, leaving only his Skarmory, and actually we're both going to go down here because the poison's going to take me out at this point. So that's why I run Bold, just to be able to take some physical hits a little bit better. You know, you can live 1 Iron Tail or 1 Poison Jab from a Dragon type. So now he's going to go into Skarmory, and this is what I was mentioning before. Now it's just 1 Pokemon on the rest of my team, and so and he also reveals that he has Steel Wing. But if he had Brave Bird, it wouldn't have killed anyway, because he has Steel Wings for just extra fairy support. But I'm gonna go for Leech Seed. Now this prevents him from just Roost stalling all the way down. But he doesn't go for Roost, and either he doesn't have Roost, or more likely he kind of just realized that the game was over and that there was no point in stalling out anymore. Which I'm really happy that he decided that, because I really didn't want to just sit up here and PP stall a Skarmory the entire time. That would have been not fun. So I'm really glad he didn't decide to Roost and drag it out when it's most clear. It's clearly futile at this point. But anyway, that's really the only reason why I really needed Ferrothorn was to get Leech Seed on. So just in case he wanted to Roost stall, that I would actually have that Leech Seed support, making it a lot easier. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I obviously won the battle, so don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, all the other good stuff. And again, if you want to battle me, post your FC in the comments, and I'm out of here. Deuces.